You got a problem with me. Meet me after school. You wanna hang out with me. Meet me after school. Want the hot truth tea. Meet me after school. Wanna air it all out. Meet me after school. You been played for the fool. Meet me after school. See twisted haters get straightened out. Meet me after school. Meet me after school. Wanna know what I'm all about. Meet me after school. It don't matter what you do. Pull up or take the stool. Just make sure you meet me after school.
Hey guys, what's going on? Hello. Welcome. Glad that you are here. Just getting all set up. I'm sorry, I am 2 minutes late. I was handling something in the back chat. But I hope everybody is having a great day, a great night, a great afternoon, wherever we are around the world. Let me go ahead and drop this link while I'm thinking about it right now. Because, I start to forget stuff and then there won't be any links dropped and then there won't be any way for anybody to come up. So we just came over from G2K's live. Very heavy stuff, very serious stuff, but very necessary to start the conversations about how to probe your children for when things are going wrong, right? Or just for them to be able to talk to you. So definitely good stuff, necessary information for parents. And so now we're over here. We're going to take it a little lighter, have a good time, laugh, joke, and play. The link is there for anybody that wants to come up. We're going to go over some of the letters for today. What we do here is Meet Me After School is basically a platform where we can just hang out, have a good time. This is for entertainment purposes. We get letters that people write into us, and we read the letters and we talk about whatever it is in the letter. So whether we agree, we disagree, what we feel about it, from our perspective, and we have a good time. So we crack jokes, we have a good time, we laugh, and we just talk about real situations and what's going on, and how we feel about the world as a whole, right? So this is all for entertainment purposes only. So if you are a little sensitive, this is a trigger warning for people that might be a little sensitive. This is not the sensitive space. This is the space where we just talk, have a good time, and it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. So and if anybody that is in here that has some questions, because I know I had received some information that there were some people that were looking for me. So if you're looking for me because you want to ask me some questions, by all means, feel free to go ahead and put your questions in the chat. My mods will definitely engage with you. I will definitely engage with you. We're ready for whatever it is that you're going to bring today. And I hope you are too. So with that being said, hello, Miss Gothi. How are you? Welcome. And hello, Angela. How are you? Welcome. Anybody else that wants me to shout them out, please make sure that you say something in the chat. I do not know you're here unless you speak in the chat. If you don't speak in the chat, I don't know that you're here because I don't see your name pop up. So don't think that I'm ignoring you. I just do not see your name. So I see Miss Gothi and Angela, who are always here. And I love them so much for that support and that love. So let's see, let me get to the first letter. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and read it. So what happens is I read the letter that come in and then we discuss it. Whoever is here that wants to get on panel, they can get on panel. Who's that? Hey, Caitlin, how are you? You're listening. Okay, hey, Caitlin. Glad you made it. So, let's get started. And then we can chop it up and see, what's going on. Ready? Okay. Meet me after school. I got a deadbeat baby mama. Yeah, that's right. I have full custody and she pays me child support. My daughter is getting older and wants to move in with her mom. How do I tell her your mama ain't okay? All right. So this is one that we actually read the first night, but that video was so messed up that we just redoing it. So for those who were with us the first night, just bear with us. We're going to go over it again just so that we have it for everyone. So basically, uh, a single parent dad. His baby mother is not. She pays him child support. He has full custody. The daughter wants to go live with him, and you know her mama age. So basically, I'm just gonna go right in and just say, well, you definitely can't tell her that. You can't say it that way. Um, so let's see. And you know, because with kids, I'm assuming that she's getting older. I'm assuming that she's a teenager. I'm assuming that, you know, the mother is, because you have full custody, the mother is the less responsible parent, and therefore when she gets to spend time with her mom, she gets to be the fun parent and you get to be the responsible parent. And as we know, the responsible parent never, you know, gets the glory because, you know, they're the responsible parent, right? The fun parent is the one that everybody wants to be around because you think that's how it is all the time. But you know, they get to be fun because they don't take the responsibility. So I'm gonna assume that she's like a teenager. So, you know, teenage girl living with her dad, I can understand how why she would want to live with her mom. She's a female, you know, she might be more comfortable with certain things with her, you know, just because she's growing and, you know, just want to be closer to her mom, you know. But I also understand that, you know, if her mother is an irresponsible person, or as you say, her mama ain't, if her mama ain't, then, you know, maybe try to find a middle ground. Maybe try to find um, a way that maybe she can spend a little bit more time with her, maybe, if that's possible. Because maybe it's not an issue of living there. Maybe it's just an issue with, maybe she feels like she doesn't have enough time and she wants more time. So, you know, if the mom is responsible enough to work that out with you, maybe looking into spending a little bit more time with her mom so that she, you know, so that she doesn't feel like she wants to move completely, right? The other thing I would say is, you know, talk to your daughter and let her know, like, this is the situation. It needs to be like this for, you know, for whatever reasons. And you know, maybe in the future there can be some compromise, right? So that's what I got on that. Hey, Miss Gothi, welcome up. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. Anything you want to add to this one?
I didn't hear all of it, but is it like the one we had
Uh
last?
the one where the he's the baby daddy, his the daughter wants to move with the mom. He has full custody. She pays him child support, but he's saying the mama ain't so, you know, how does he tell his daughter, like, no, your mama ain't
It needs to be talked to age appropriately.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know if the child is, you know, not a teenager, younger than a teenager, or if it was. I
Mhm.
mean, at some point you got to talk to them as age appropriate.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I think that needs to be discussed at an age appropriate. If the mother is doing like recreational things that could harm the child, it needs to be said
Mhm.
like in a way where it's just not safe. Um,
Mhm.
Y Z, it doesn't have to. You don't have to come out and tell the child that.
Right.
You find ways
Right.
to express it to. It's a safety concern.
Mhm.
It's there's too much. danger there. I mean, there's other ways to deal with it with a younger child. Now, you get into the teens, and then you can start getting into like more deeper conversations. But I say it would have, depending on the child's age.
Mm, I agree. I agree that it definitely needs to be age appropriate. I definitely wouldn't come out with she ain't, because that's just gonna make your child want to be with her even more. Because if you tell a kid no, they always want to do what they're told not to do. Just that's the law of the physics. When it comes to children. Angela says she'll figure out what her mother is later on her own. That is true. If you give them enough time, they will figure it out on their own that you know mom might not be as dependable as I once thought. But just I feel like the compromise maybe is a little bit better to kind of, because what she's saying is essentially she wants to spend more time with her. Now, whether she can live with her is a different, but maybe more time is something that could happen if, like Miss Gopi said, she's not, on some type of addiction that could cause harm to the child or anything like that. So,
Mhm.
it depends on the
It
circumstance.
just depends on the age, and without like a little more in depth,
Hmm.
it's hard to get into like what caused her not to be able to have her in the first place. So, maybe it
Right.
was um addiction, maybe it was she wasn't stable on medication, maybe she needs to go look at other avenues, or I mean
Right.
did
Right.
she? I mean, and it shouldn't be that she cheated and this guy's
Right.
abusive. I mean, that's not a good situation either. So without
Mhm.
knowing a little more in depth, it's
It's hard to
hard.
come to it. But I
It's hard.
feel like having a conversation is always the first place to have it, and trying to figure out, what
Yeah,
exactly the child is looking for, the reasoning behind why the child wants to do this. Like, really probe and ask, why move in with mom? Like, what are your reasons? And see if they can articulate those things, if they're old enough. Angela said mom may want her there so she doesn't have to pay child support anymore. That
yeah.
that could be it. That could be it. She might
I
want her there so she doesn't have to pay
That's
child
why I said
support.
that's where the age appropriate thing. Like, what if she's trying to manipulate her? What if? I mean, there's a bunch of what you could
Mhm.
say what ifs without knowing the full situation. Yeah.
Right, 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 right. I agree. I agree. Because if that's the case, then that's a whole nother dynamic. And then, um, there's only so much a child is going to want to understand too. Like that's still their mom, so they're not, so a child is not going to, usually um what you say, turn their back on their parent, on especially their mother. That's very difficult. So there's only so much that you can say to get the child to really like change their mind or understand it. But I think if you come from a place of understanding and trying to find a better solution, it won't make it look like it's you against her, and it'll just make it look like you're trying to do everything in your power to you know um let your child have that relationship with their mother if it's possible, right? If it's possible, that's it, if it's possible. So anything else, anybody else?
I mean, I think you said last time, give her some responsibility, depending on
Yeah.
the reasoning. Without, like I said, without knowing the reason, if it wasn't addiction or drinking, or if she's actually allowed to see if she can take her off the bus, if she's
Hmm.
school age, and get her to the house.
Right,
Give,
right.
just give her responsibility, because if she lets the child down and doesn't make it,
Right.
it's gonna
Right.
show the child
Never.
automatically. Oh well, she didn't care enough to come pick me up.
Right.
She
Right.
didn't do
You
for me just to do. This is her one thing that could have showed, and that that would be a good dead ringer.
right. You can give her the rope and let her,
Tell yourself.
if she's gonna, yeah, if she's gonna do it to herself, let her do it to herself, but you don't have to be the one to do it. So I definitely agree with that. Definitely agree with that. So but yeah, so hopefully that situation, they'll come to a good middle ground on that, and of course whatever is best for the child will be the outcome. So let's go to number 2. Oh yeah, I remember this one from last time too. um my wife is getting fat and I'm not attracted to her as much. Should I tell her how I feel?
Did you,
Oh my goodness.
did you want to sleep outside in your truck? I mean,
If
because
you have
my
a truck.
question is, did you let yourself go?
Right. Like, yeah, I would not say that unless you want to sleep with one eye open and, as Miss Gopi says, a taser under the bed. So
Oh no, I got it right next to my pillow.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't tell my wife that she's fat and I'm not attracted to her. I just think that's rude, number one. And number two, did you marry her just for her looks? Because you probably shouldn't have been married. Like if you just married her for her looks and that was it, because everybody's looks are gonna fade at some point. People are gonna gain weight, lose weight, whatever it is. Marriage is supposed to be way more than that. So, you know, um, and again, I think it comes down to compromise, right? Like if you feel like your wife has gained weight, like why don't y'all go work out together? Why don't y'all go swimming, go hiking, change your diet together, do something where it's together and it's not just like finger pointed at someone else. And I will say this: I hope that the reason why she gained weight was not because she's had one of your children. I was gonna say one of your big headed babies, but because if she had one of your big headed babies and you are complaining about her weight, you, sir, are disgusting.
No problem.
So, I hope that's not what it was. I'm hoping that's
And
not what it is.
I'm hoping that the reasoning behind him marrying her wasn't superficial. Like, why would,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it should be about the way they treat you, not just looks, physical, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, what you could do for them.
Right.
It
Right.
should go much deeper. It shouldn't be superficial. I think that's what I'm looking for.
Right. You're right. You're right. Superficial, or shallow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, marriage is supposed to be forever, but this
Mhm.
day and age, people can't even do 6 months before they start behaving ridiculous. So that's another conversation for another day, right?
No kidding. I mean, yeah, I was with two different, and they were 3 years, and it was both violent relationships. So
Yeah, it's definitely supposed to be something that you work on together. So if and I don't know. Like I feel like if you open that can of worms, you better be willing to hear what she has to say back. Cause I can guarantee you she probably has some stuff to say back. And you know how men are, they little feelings get hurt, and that be what it is, right? Your feelings get hurt. Now you want to pout. Now you want to go talk to somebody else. Now you want to be, doing all types of other stuff to get somebody's attention because she done hurt your little feelings. So I'm just saying, if you want to open that can of worms, just be prepared for whatever comes back. Cause and effect, cause and effect. There's consequences for every action, there's a reaction. So be careful. If you can't handle the reaction, you might want to temper the action.
If you
No,
can't,
might
if you can't take it, don't dish it.
right, right. That part. That part. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat want to add? Because I mean, I just hope she didn't have no big headed babies. Because if she had your big headed babies, I need you to sit down, sir, and be quiet, and just figure out how to be a good husband and a good father for a little bit.
I mean, I like you're saying. I mean, go. Hey, you want to come? I mean, if you got animal, hey, you got a dog. Hey, ask her. Can we? You and her. Like, if you have kids, wait for them to take a nap. Hey, you want to go out and take a walk with me and the dogs, or they're in bed and you're gonna just walk around the block with her,
Right,
or if the kids are old enough, have them go with you.
right,
You
exactly,
family
exactly.
together. You know, it
Yep,
doesn't have to
family
be.
exercise.
Oh, here, you're fat. I don't want to be with you. I hate that. I
Yeah,
do. I had
there
I
was this
wait several times all the time.
hey, I've been fat my whole life, so I'm okay with it. But my thing is, like, once again, if that is your only reasoning right now, you might want to sit down and reflect on yourself right now, because you're not coming out looking very great, sir.
Mm-mm.
Like that's all I'm saying. Like, you should have taken that in consideration when you married the person, that something might happen, something might change, people get into an accident, anything. So you trying to tell me that anything like that, and this is not your girlfriend or boyfriend, this is your husband or wife or whatever, and all of a sudden all deals are off? It's weird.
Mhm.
That's weird.
That's why
So yeah.
they married. Did he marry her for looks, superficial, and
Mm-hmm.
for what she may have in the inside?
Right, right. And I mean, what other qualities does she have where you're ignoring all these other qualities and just paying attention to, her weight? So she's not a good wife, she's not a good mother, she doesn't support you, she doesn't love you, she doesn't, confide in you, she doesn't try to understand you, she doesn't communicate with you. Like, what other things are playing a part in this? Is there something more than that? I guess is the question that I'm asking. Right, because that's just kind of strange.
Yeah, I agree.
So, well, hopefully, you don't say that and you don't end up sleeping outside. Take our advice, our word for it. That would not be you know, the best idea. But hopefully you can find, once again, a middle ground. I think, so far both of these letters, we're looking into compromise and communication. It seems to be the theme for these two: compromise and communication. And maybe people need to look into that a little bit more. Compromise and communication, compromise and communication. Everything that's in your head doesn't have to come to your mouth.
Yep. You still there, Steph? Or did you freeze? Okay, you're back.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Internet, of course.
Already.
Turn.
Yep, she froze. She will be back, everybody. We all know this. We all regulars know that when Stephanie goes out, Stephanie will come back. You just got to give her a few minutes. You just noticed my shirt? Yeah, I got it in today. I'll send you a picture. Yes, do you really want me to tell you what it says? I can't read it upside down. Don't tell me. Should I? Yeah, I can't read it upside down for some reason. Other than the fact that I'm tired. Okay, sir. Yeah, don't tell me I don't got balls. I have. I just happen to have them on my chest, and I can guarantee they're bigger than yours. See, I wear mine on my chest. Did she go out again? I think we lost her again. Here. I can send you that picture, Angela. I got off Timu. I guess I should have got a smaller size. So the size I got was really. Are you back?
Yes, I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know what's going on with
No.
the internet. It just turns off and it's charged to 71%. So I don't know why it's just shutting off. But okay.
I don't think it's just yours. I've had the
It's
internet go
ridiculous.
off and on all day. I wasn't sure I was going to make the 2 lives I was supposed to do.
I just don't understand why it keeps like it goes all the way off and it's like, dude, what why is it shutting down? It's at 71%. Like doesn't make any sense, but it's me, so therefore that's probably all the answer that we need. Uh so anywho, let's see, where are we? Yes. Okay. So what were you saying, Miss Goppy? You were sharing something.
Oh yes, my new shirt came in.
Oh, it did.
Yes.
What
Yes.
does it
Okay, I
say?
don't need. Okay, which I just sent you a picture. I can't read it upside down for some reason right now.
Okay.
So yeah,
I can't read it upside down.
don't tell me I don't have balls. I just happen to have mine on my chest, and I guarantee you they're bigger than yours.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I
That,
do remember
that is like something I say on a regular basis. So yeah, I had to get the shirt.
that.
I sent
I
it in
like
the
that.
group
I like that.
read so you could read it a little better.
I like that. I like that. I like that. So yeah, what were we talking about? Let me see. Let me go back here. Oh,
We have
the
got nothing with
wife, the overweight wife. Yeah.
yeah.
Compromise, sir. Compromise communication. There you go. Don't get yourself messed up and kicked out onto the couch or into your truck or into your car or onto the sidewalk, please. Um, you know, let's be a little bit
You're
more
crazy.
have a little bit more grace.
You might end up with somebody crazy. You might have married somebody crazy. You don't know it. She gonna run your ass over. Better watch what you say.
That part, that
I
part.
hope
That part, you never know what you got. Don't poke the bear, please. Do not poke the bear. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go to the next one. We're gonna go to number 3. All right, here we go. I am tired of going to the store and seeing grown ass women in pajamas and bonnets. It's ghetto and men don't want to see that. Men in bonnets too. They soft as tissue. I'll say tissue. Oh, the bonnets and the pajamas. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, I think it's gotten a little out of hand. It's gotten really, really out of hand. Like back in the day when we used to get our hair done, we used to call it a wrap. So when you would get your hair done, you would just wrap it around and sometimes you'd put pins in it, right? And everybody knew when they saw pins in your hair that it was a wrap, because that was how your hair looked before you set it. Now, when you take the pins out, you comb your hair down and it falls nice and neatly to your face and everything like that. But every night we would have to wrap it up. And then we put a scarf on it. But we didn't wear the scarf out. We would wear our hair just wrapped, and then it got to where people didn't want to see the pins, right? So you would take the pins out and you would just leave it wrapped, and you would wear it wrapped, but you wouldn't have it covered with a scarf. So, or a bonnet. So that's how we used to wear it. Now people have these big bonnets, or they have the scarves, and they come out with their pajamas and their house shoes and their bonnets. And I mean, they get on the plane at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with their pajamas and their bonnets. Now, if you have a 3 a.m. flight, I can kind of understand that. It's still like nighttime or whatever, and you want to be comfortable, especially if you're going, far or something like that. But the pajamas and the bonnets, I've heard a lot of men say that they're tired of seeing that. The men with the bonnets, I mean, I don't know. Like, I get it. Like some men, they have, dreads or braids and stuff like that, and they keep it, in a bonnet. I didn't know that men had switched over to bonnets. I thought they just did the do-rags, but I guess some of them switched over to the bonnets. It's a little strange for me as well, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, outside, like, that's supposed to be sleepwear. That's supposed to be like your, the same as your like your underwear, right? Like, those are your undergarments. Everybody's not supposed to see those. They're supposed to be inside. So technically, but there's parents picking their kids up from school in their pajamas. I see so many people in pajamas. It's way too common. Men aren't men anymore. That part. Like, yeah, they're not really, I don't get down with it, but now I will say that, like, if I go to walk Rico or something, I will put a scarf on my head to walk him, because I'm not going anywhere, just to keep my hair covered while I'm going. But yeah, the bonnet outside, like, I don't even think the bonnet doesn't even look cute on me, so I don't want to walk around with it. It looks, I don't think it's cute. So now there are ethnic head wraps and stuff like that. We're not talking about those. Like, there are some very nice ethnic head wraps where, women wrap their hair and stuff like that. We're talking about, the sleepwear, the ones that you just wear to sleep. You're clearly wearing to sleep, the big puffy thing that looks like, yeah, it comes in all the colors. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I can go without it too. I'll be honest. I'm not even going to knock that guy for that. But the fact that you said men don't want to see it, like, first of all, we're not out here to appease you men. That's number one. So to think that, the reason to stop wearing it is just because men don't want to see it, like, thank you, sir, but no thank you. It's just not a good look. Like, it's just not a good look, especially the ones like when they come out with the Tweety Bird slippers on and the pajamas. You're doing too much. Why are you walking around with Tweety Bird slippers in Walmart right now? Like, come on. You could at least put some flip-flops on. I mean, that just flip-flops, something. Tweety Bird. And then you're going to wear those in your house. Like, see, let me just go off on my tangent real quick. In my house, there are no shoes allowed in my house. When you come to the door, you got to take your shoes off, right? Because I don't want your outside coming inside onto my floor that I walk on all the time. You know, especially when you have kids and stuff like that. I've always had kids and babies and stuff. So, you know, you take your shoes off at the door so that, you know, when you walk in the house, there's only a certain level of dirt. You don't have outside dirt inside, right? So the fact that you took your Tweety Bird around the house shoes out to the Walmart and now you're walking all around your house with it. No, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Miss Gothi?
I don't wear my slippers in public, but I do wear pajamas. Now let me explain. My brother gets me at 6 at the ass crack of dawn to go shopping. Like he wakes me up to, and I only go out like twice a month, if that. So I'm not awake. So I'm like, okay, I'm dressed. Let's go, type of thing. So I'm not thinking, oh, I need to be this way. I mean, I'm just not at that
Miss
early in the
Gothi's
morning.
guilty.
So yeah, I mean, now I wear my slide-ins. I don't
Okay.
wear, I mean, but I do have a pair of slippers that are outside slippers. They've got the rough grip on it and stuff. That
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to, they're not ones that they're ones I wear outside.
Okay. Okay. So you got outside slippers, not inside
I've got
outside slippers.
outside slippers and I got inside shoes. So I mean, I don't like wearing shoes anyway. I'll wear
Wear
barefoot
Tweety
outside and
Bird
inside.
slippers
Nope, I
with the
don't have.
big
Now
Tweety
I
Bird
was gonna
face
say I
on
don't
it.
have
You're
no
not walking
animal
around
slippers.
Walmart with Tweety Bird
My
on because
son
that's where we
does.
draw the line.
No, he's got Yoda slippers,
Okay.
and I think that's it. He's got Yoda, but no, he if he goes out and he can't find his sandals, he'll wear my slippers, my outside slippers,
Okay.
and I'll wear slide ins because we wear about the same
Okay.
size. But it's
Well,
because we get up. He wakes us up. He's like, "I'm on the way," and I'm like, "I gotta wake him up. Go, come on, we gotta get dressed." And he's like,
right. You don't want to get
"Huh?" And
dressed. Angela
it's
said,
yeah.
I knew it. Angela said, I knew it. And she said, it used to be just a Walmart thing. Now it's everywhere. And Caitlin said, honestly, it's just lazy. Just saying. And you know what? It did used to be a Walmart thing or something like that. But now it is everywhere. It's literally at the airport. I think Tampa actually passed some type of law where you can't wear Crocs or pajamas to the airport. And I wear Crocs all the time to the like, you know, because I have TSA pre-check. I don't have to take my shoes off. So the fact that they said no Crocs, I was like, what? No Crocs? You know, but they said no pajamas and no Crocs, but I don't think they're enforcing it because I've seen people with pajamas on still. But yeah, the pajamas everywhere is like, okay, like if you just have like back in the day, we used to have what is it? My mother used to call them cotton pants, and they weren't jeans, they weren't pajamas, but they were just like cotton pants that just matched with your like with a t-shirt that matches like a matching set that we used to get as kids. You had one of those, okay, whatever. But you can tell when somebody is clearly wearing their pajamas and it's like, really? So Miss Gothi said early in the morning, you get a pass. That's what Miss Gotti said. Early in the morning, you get a pass. You can wear them
Or
early in the morning.
I got him a set of pajamas, and it says it's just like it's got gaming controllers on it. Okay, they're just he likes
Uh-huh.
fuzzy, but it's not
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
the thick fuzzy. And
Uh-huh.
he'll just throw them on before we leave. If it's cooler outside, he'll put
Uh-huh.
those on and put my. But he don't wear jeans. This child won't wear jeans at all. I
Oh,
don't wear
okay.
jeans, but like you're talking about the cotton pants. That's more the
Yeah.
type of clothes that I wear. The cotton pants
Yeah, the cotton
with
pant. My mother
and
used to buy those all the time.
I'll
JC
even
Penney and Sears.
see that went out of business here.
Yeah. JC Penney. You guys still have JC Penney's or no? No,
Nope.
oh yeah, I don't have either one. Yeah, J.C. Penney's or Sears. My mother used to always get, because I told you I was a little fat kid, so she would always get my clothes from J.C. Penney's or Sears because they made them for they call husky. That's what it was called back in the day, the husky clothes. I was definitely a husky. So, um, but yeah, that's what I wear. But I mean, by today's standards, they probably look like a lot of the pajamas that they wear today because they were like little cotton pants. They had little flowers all over them, and then they would have a matching shirt. I hated those outfits. I would tell my mother, I don't want
I
to
just
match.
like, yeah, I don't really like the match. My thing is, I just do black leggings and a shirt.
Right. Now it's the leggings, the yoga pants, the leggings. I like stuff with pockets. So, pajamas won't work for me if they don't have pockets, and a lot of pajama pants don't have pockets. So I like things that I can stick in pockets because I don't like to have to carry a pocketbook. Caitlin said, I have a patient who I've never seen wear anything but pajamas in 7 years. Wow. Imagine that. Never like I do well because I'm in Florida, I wear a lot of shorts, like and just like, regular around the house athletic shorts, right? So it's always surprises me when I have to go somewhere else where I gotta put jeans on or something dressed up because I'm like, oh, it still fits because I haven't worn anything in so long. So um but so Miss Gothi, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Where is the place that um it is not appropriate for pajamas and
I gotta say, if
bonnet?
you're going to a down restaurant or an port, um, um, hmm, like a doctor's appointment. I
Okay.
mean,
So there are
I mean,
levels to
unless
this.
you have to go to the hospital, I mean, something serious, and it's at night, and you're wearing that, you know, I've had to take a child to the hospital, and they had pajamas on. But I mean, for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
most part,
that's understandable.
I mean, to me, grocery shopping, I mean, is not a classy thing, a classy event. It's not. I mean, like even the fairgrounds, you don't need to be wearing pajamas to a fair. I mean, you're gonna
Right.
go. I mean, maybe occasionally to the park, you could wear pajamas. I mean, still, my pajamas don't really consist of like technically pajamas. I wear leggings as pajamas or shorts. It depends
So
on the
the
weather.
question I
But
have, because I I don't call them pajamas, right? I call them bed clothes. Bed clothes are the clothes that I wear to sleep in, right? Those are my bed clothes. Now pajamas, um are like the sets that match. They look kind of nice, but usually, like, people have a pajama party or something like that. Like, I've been to pajama
you know, like that.
parties or stuff like that where people are like, oh, you got to wear your pajamas, and they'll wear their sets of whatever. Those are clothes that, yeah, they're supposed to be made for bed, but you don't use, like, I wouldn't wear them to bed because either they're too thick or whatever the case. Like, they're not my bed clothes, they're just pajamas. Do you have a separate too? Like bed clothes and pajamas, or is just all pajamas you wear to bed?
No, I don't think. Mm-mm. I don't really go a whole lot of places, so it's like I'm always home.
Okay.
With
Ask
me always
Angela
being
and
home, it's
Caitlin.
like I don't have a. I never went
Okay.
to a slumber party either, so I don't I don't know what the I
Okay.
don't know what the
Yeah. Caitlin and Angela will tell you I change my clothes about 3, 4 times a day and go nowhere. I don't know what it is. I change my clothes
I
three,
do
4 times. I
too.
have outside clothes, inside clothes, morning clothes, night clothes.
I change mine if okay, if like I put this on and I'm already getting hot. So once I get hot in a shirt, I want to take it off and put on another shirt, whether it's a shirt or
Yes.
pants. If I'm hot in those clothes, I want out and I
Yes.
want a different pair of clothes.
Yeah. See, that's
So
what I do.
I do.
I do
Yeah,
that too.
I can't stay in the shirt because, like, yeah, I'm already, because I've had it on since like I think it was like 2, almost 3, and so it's like it's after 8, and so yeah, I've already gone. Okay, I'm sweating in it. I want to get out. It's got to be washed, and same with the
Yeah.
leggings. So now I want to put on pant or
Yeah.
shorts so I can cool off because I have to totally be frozen to go to bed. I can't go to bed if I'm any kind of hot. I can't do it.
Yeah. Angela said, I wonder if they put clean ones on in the morning or wear them from the night before. At what point do you change them? That's a good question, Angela. At what point do the bedclothes or the pajamas get changed if you're wearing them out? Do you wear them? Do you change into the pajamas, clean pajamas to go out, and then you come back in and you change out and put on other pajamas? Like, how does that work? What's the rule for that? Strength, patience, and
I
peace says, is a muumuu a pajama? I don't a muumuu to a bodega run. Hey, strength, patience, and peace. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Angela says, I think that's a weird Stephanie thing. It is. I do change clothes a lot. I if I go outside with my clothes, they're dirty. I don't they're dirty. They go on. I don't care if I was outside for 5 minutes. They're dirty. Trying to get something else. Not one strength, patience, and peace says, not one that I slept in though, like a clean, fresh one. So strength, patience, and peace said that they've been to the bodega with a muumuu on. So that is, yeah, that okay. So it's a clean one though. It's a clean one. So yeah, I'm very particular. Like, I have inside clothes and outside clothes. My kids had inside clothes and outside clothes. So when they came home from school, immediately they would take their clothes off, take a shower, and put on their inside clothes. And so if they put on their inside clothes, that means they're staying in for the rest of the day. But if like somebody came to the door and they wanted them to go outside and play, they would have to go and put on their outside clothes, which weren't their school clothes, and they could go outside and play. But then when they come back inside, they have to take those outside clothes off and then put back on their inside clothes. And I'm serious. I'm not even being
Yeah,
uh
he's got play clothes and public clothes, and then how stuff he can wear. I'm really particular when it comes to him. He's got 2 different dressers. I got one. I don't, mine is like I usually wear the same thing. I mean, as it is, I need to get clothes because the clothes I have to hold up to go into public
mm,
to wear. It's falling off me. My pants don't fit. Like they don't. None of them fit me. So, he like we go out and work in the garden. I come back in, not unless I'm like coming in to get a drink, and then I'm like, I got to go back outside and do whatever I'm doing. But
mhm.
once I'm done, I want to take a bath. I want to get clean, and then be inside. I don't want to go back outside because it's too hot. Because if I get too hot, I want to take a bath, and I don't want to be outside because I can't handle the heat.
Right.
Like if I, mm-mm.
Right. I don't like to sweat. I don't if I'm too sweaty, I gotta take another shower and change my clothes. Like, and especially like, down here it gets hot. So if you're out, you're running around. When I come in, I'm taking a shower and so like I try to plan everything that I'm doing out and do my outside stuff so that I don't have to come back and forth because I don't want to take 3, 4 showers because I will. I will. And my skin dries very, very bad because I do take so many showers. So, um, our kids have play clothes, Caitlin said. And Angela said that's too much laundry. It is a lot of laundry. You know what? I wash more often. I wash more often. And we had a washer and dryer. So it's just like, go put it in there. But the funny thing is my kids they really had a lot of clothes. Like they could probably go 2 weeks and not wear the same outfit and be fine. Now me, I didn't have as much, so I was washing my clothes, of course, more, but them, they didn't really. Inside clothes and
Yeah,
outside clothes are different. Strength, patience, and peace says no outside shoes in the house. I have a rack for the shoes and slippers for visitors. Exactly. Yes. No outside shoes in the house. You had to put your shoes at the door, and either you could walk in your socks or barefoot, but those shoes did not come inside the house. And I had carpet too. So, you don't want people walking across your carpet with their outside shoes on. You just don't know what they're stepping in, and you don't want that on your floor. And especially, I had a lot of babies and stuff like that. And usually I put like the blankets on the floor for the babies to crawl on the blankets. So you don't want kids crawling over that stuff. Like, you want to keep it as sanitized as possible. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. What were you gonna say, Miss Gothi?
I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No, it's. I'm tired. That's what it is. I should have taken
I'm sorry.
a nap because I thought we were gonna have the live earlier, and then the second live, and then I was gonna be doing your live, so I stayed awake.
Oh, you're a trooper. Okay, so let's go to the next one so we don't have to keep Miss Gothi up. Let's go to the next. I think it's okay, we're the last one. This is the last one. Okay. So it says, since women have a list of places they don't want to go on a first date, give men the list of potential fun first dates. And I'm assuming that this came from something that happened where some guy took this lady out, and I want to say he was going to take her to Cheesecake Factory or Applebee's or something, and she was like, I'm not going there. That's not suitable for a first date. I'm not, that's not good enough. So I think that's where this question comes from. So basically, you know this guy is asking, well, if that's not a suitable first date, what's a suitable first date? So I think the woman wanted to go somewhere where he'd have to spend $100, on her or something like that. And I think for a first date, I think that's too much. I don't care. Like,
I agree. It's way too much. And if that's the case, if she's that money driven, then she's not worth your time, in my opinion. It's my
yeah,
opinion, though.
I I honestly, and maybe I'm just because I'm a woman, but if I was a man, I mean, my whole thing about dating is that I'm trying to get to know you. So before I get to the point to where I want to spend some money, like I just want to see if I want to spend that time with you. Like I might not want to spend that time with you. And I'm always open for dates that are free, that don't cost anything, that like just something that's different. Like you can go for a walk in the park, you can go to a museum. There's plenty of places you can go that don't have to break the budget, and that could just be fun, fun first dates. Like you can go to a fair, you could go out. I mean, the out to eat thing to me is kind of like played. Like, let's figure out something else that you can do that, could be fun. Like I like things that are different. Like I've never been horseback riding on a first date, but I love the horseback ride. So if somebody took me on a first date a horseback ride, I'd love that. Like just think of something different. Uh Caitlin's due for a nap. Caitlin said you need a nap, no judgments here. Yeah, just say Caitlin's due for her nap before bed. um Angela said, I'm not spending that much money if I don't even know if I like you yet. Exactly. That's how I feel about it. Caitlin said, when you have as many kids as we do, less laundry is best, especially since Angela is the one doing it. That's true. That's true. Strength, patience, and love said, go have a coffee or a tea. Yeah, coffee or tea is fine. That's fine. Just some way that you can, talk to the person, get to know them, see what they're about. I mean, hopefully you've spoken to them a little bit before. I've always been the type of person, like, if I'm going to go out on a date, I'm going to talk to this person first, because the one thing you're not going to do is catch me out here with somebody that I do not want to be around. And now I'm trying to figure out a way how I can get away from you. So I feel like you have to have a certain level of, comfort before I'm going to come out the house. Like I'm be like, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. But maybe that's just me. I mean, I'm also that
It takes,
person that you could go
it
ahead
takes,
and order me DoorDash and just talk to me on the phone, and I'll take that too.
yeah, see, it takes a lot to actually get me out of my house. You want me to leave my house? No, I'm fine. Mm-mm. There's too much drama and bullshit outside. No, I'm good.
So you just gonna stay inside, have online dates.
Yeah. No, I don't even want that because that online shit caused drama too.
You said it caused the online culture. Well, the online stuff leads to more pictures, I think. So that's why that's the reason
I
why I
know,
don't
right?
be online too much, because then people start sending pictures and you be like, oh God, what? I don't want this either. Caitlin says
Yeah,
no
I
fancy first date. And Strength, Patience, and Love says first date, you're supposed to get to know each other more than the conversation over the phone.
I think we might have lost her. She might have lost connection, but she will be back. For everybody that doesn't know, this is kind of a regular. She comes back, but I will put in my 2 cents. This happened like in '04. I met somebody online, was talking to them. In fact, it was Yahoo Chat back when Yahoo Chat was pretty popular. And I went. He came pick me up. We went to Burger King, and we sat and talked. Then he took me back home, and then turned around and talked shit on me on in the chat rooms because I was goth. Not it wasn't my weight; it was the fact that I was gothic, and he didn't like. I mean, I did. I wore goth. It was black. I did black eyeliner, and it was um, black eyeshadow with white eyeshadow. Um, I know I didn't do lipstick. I don't really like lipstick. I can't do eye mascara shit because I'm too blind. I poke myself in the eye, so no, I ain't got time for that. But yeah, his reasoning. That's why it's like no, that I won't go on dates. There's no point. They're gonna find something to nitpick and go behind your back. Can't even tell you to. He couldn't tell me to my face. Well, I really don't like you because I don't like your makeup because you're gothic, and that's weird and that's unusual. And so I've just gotten to where it ain't worth no. I'm happy just spending time with little man, teaching him how to cook, or we're making something, or doing a craft, or art, or so much more stuff we can be doing. Like right now, we're really he's learning about the gardening and how things are growing, and we've got beet popping up and chives and carrots and parsley, and we have a watermelon that's sprouted. One of the watermelon sprout seeds sprouted, and he's all into that, and he thinks is excited to see him, you know, get gets that excited for the garden and everything, and doing the compost because we are starting our own compost to help with the garden. That's so much better than dealing with some fucktard. It just is. I mean, because I see it as they can't tell you straight to your face, oh, well, I don't think this is going to work. And like I said, I don't sugarcoat shit. My name ain't Willy Wonka. Nope. Let me get my other phone so I can see y'all's comments and tell her because I hope she's coming back. She is. Just got to give her some time. Okay, that's the no shoes inside. Okay, the
how
loves.
long it's
Okay, so
gonna
nobody's
last.
said
Can you
anything
hear
different.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm on my other one, so you know how that is.
Yeah. Now, if
Um,
you want me to go back and tell
yeah,
you
I'm gonna send this
what I
back.
talked about, I can go back and tell you what I was talking about.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so this would have been in 2004. This was back when Yahoo Chat was big. I met somebody on the Yahoo
Hmm.
Chat. He comes and picks me up. He takes me to Burger King, and then we get done having a conversation. Drops me back off the house. Then he goes into Yahoo Chat and tells everybody I'm a freak because I wear gothic makeup. I dress in goth. I wear all black. And he didn't like that. Now, mind you, my name in Yahoo Chat was Gothic Freaky Bitch. So it shouldn't have been any. There shouldn't have been any weirdness. Yeah, I'm very upfront. Like I said, don't sugarcoat shit. But he went, and it wasn't the fact that my weight or anything. It was the fact that I wore all black and I had black and white makeup on and black eyeliner. Because I don't do mascara, I'll poke myself in the eye. I can't see you to do that shit. But he didn't like me because I was gothic and talked
But
shit
that was
about.
in your name.
But yes, it was. In my name, it was gothic freaky bitch. It was all in my name. Yeah.
Just playing.
So
But
he paid for it. He took me out. For the most part, he was a gentleman. But other than going behind, he couldn't tell me to my face. Okay, I don't think that's gonna work. Don't go behind
that's
my back and
crazy.
somebody goes, "Oh, he's talking about you," and I get brought into the conversation, not
Wow.
knowing what's going on. I'm like, that's why I'm like, I'm not looking to. Why? Why am I gonna go out of my house? There's too many fuck turds out there. I don't want to go to jail because I am a lot
Wow.
more messier than I used to be. I used to be, okay, I could, just kind of shrug some stuff off. I don't shrug stuff off anymore. I don't.
Right.
I'm a lot more blunt
Right.
and I'll fuck you in your face, sit and rotate, go eat a dick, go buy a silver bullet, shove it down your throat. Yeah. Mm-mm. That's me. And I don't want to go to jail. I do not look good in orange. So yeah, there's too much fuckery. Whether it's online or whether you meet somebody online. There you go. I've met somebody online. He was nice. We got along. Dated for a few months. We even lived with me 2 different times. We dated 2 different times. The motherfucker just doesn't know how to not cheat. I don't care if it's long distance. You're still cheating
Yeah. I
because he
mean,
lived
I
with me.
feel like that's a lot of men.
He was on the phone with another girl.
That's a lot of
You're
men.
living with me,
I hate to say it.
and so
A
I
lot of
don't do
people.
liar, cheats, and thieves.
Yeah, I can understand that. Unfortunately, like I know when I stayed single after my first husband died. I was single for 12 years. And even when, I met somebody I really wasn't, I was like, mm, you know, and I know if I have to
Yeah,
get out there again, if I would have to get out there again, I would have the same like, I'm good. I'm not even
yeah,
interested. Like because from what I've heard and I've seen other people, it's not nothing worth breaking my neck to the runway or to the
exactly.
finish line to the race for. Trust me.
I, like
Trust
like
me.
I've stated. I think I this on my Facebook just the other day. There are no, I mean, I'm sure there are some real men, but there are really no real men. There's so many pansy ass, pussy ass bitches.
I mean, wherever they are, they're hiding well. They're hiding well. I start asking myself, are they in other countries? Maybe America is spent. Maybe America's done because we've just been so used to the nonsense for so long. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're in some, old world country where they still have old ideals and, standards where, you just behave a certain way. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. But I can tell you,
I don't.
from what I've heard and seen, I haven't seen anything that makes me want to run to the line and be like, yeah, let me get in this. No, I haven't seen anything like that. Nothing. Nothing. So, you know, and it doesn't seem like, people as a whole are really trying to be compatible on that level anymore anyway. So, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's no more of the intimacy. There's no more of the talking. Deep conversations on, you know, what you both want and how you want things to go and compatibility and
Mhm.
it's because of the porn. It's
Yeah.
desensitized them to I just want sex. Well, you may want that, but you can go ahead and try. I got a taser and I got a small chainsaw right next to my desk. You want to fuck around and find out. I don't just
Her and her taser.
I,
Don't mess around with Miss Gotti. She got her taser. Don't play with her, please. Please.
I don't just have a taser. I got a whole ass chainsaw
Strength
that
and
I keep
patience.
next to.
Strength, patience, and love says forget looking. It's more like run the other way. It is more like run the other
Yes.
way. Like it's like they say that they have male loneliness epidemic. And it's because women are no longer wanting to even be dealing with it. Like it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it's not
Mhm.
worth the headache. It's not worth the trauma. It's
Mhm.
not worth the checking the phone. It's not worth the what were you doing? You know, like you just go into it assuming that you're lying, you're cheating, you're talking to, a bunch of different other females. There you go. And, it's just waiting to whenever the shoe's going to drop. And then when the shoe drops, like, yeah, that's what I thought. Like it's not even a shock anymore, I don't think, to women. And women that have, friends, they're just opting to be with their friends and hang out with their friends and do all the things that they would do with, their significant other with their friends now because, men have really dropped the ball on, companionship, I guess. I mean, I'm not saying that all women are good and, whatever. And I'm not saying, that there are not issues with some women because there are crazy women out there too, but you
Mhm.
know, it's just it just doesn't seem like there's anything out there worth running after. I could say that. I could be wrong, but I ain't seen nothing that be like, oh yeah, oh that's great, oh no, no.
Mm-mm.
And every person that they try to put up there like, oh, this is goals relationship, then it winds up being crap. So it's like, what's even the purpose of that? So but
Mhm. And they
yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
work on it either.
No,
There's
nobody
no
wants to work.
no. They don't want to
Nobody
work
wants
on
to
their
do
relationship.
work. No work. Work. What's that? No, no, they don't want that. They do
Yeah.
not want that. But yeah, so well, that is our four letters for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know Miss Gothi's tired. I'm not gonna keep her too much longer. We've
I
already
can't
been
wait.
here a little bit over an hour. So, um, I just want to thank everybody for coming out and spending some time with us. Once again, Angela, your special invite didn't turn up anybody. Once again, nobody wants to come and talk to me, but it's okay. We're still going to be here. So we'll probably be back Wednesday, and we'll have a couple of more letters to read and some things to discuss. So, make sure you share it. Make sure you subscribe. You hit the bell. Join us. Have some conversation with us. We love to engage with people, with everyone. Oh, Caitlin's up, Pastor Benson. I don't want to keep Caitlin up either. So that's great. Everybody made it to the end. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. Anything you guys want to send us an email or a letter that you want us to read, please email it to us. imjshs24@gmail.com, and we will read it right here. And anything else you guys want to express to us, make sure that you meet us after school. We'll be right back after school on Wednesday. And you guys can come meet up with us and chill out with us and hang out with us and have a good time. Anything else, Ms. Gothi?
Not that I can think of.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. Talk to you later. Bye.
You got a problem with me. Meet me after school. You wanna hang out with me. Meet me after school. Want the hot truth tea. Meet me after school. Wanna air it all out. Meet me after school. You been played for the fool. Meet me after school. See twisted haters get straightened out. Meet me after school. Meet me after school. Wanna know what I'm all about. Meet me after school. It don't matter what you do. Pull up or take the stool. Just make sure you meet me after school.